Hey, and welcome right back to my YouTube channel. I won't take long to jump into what this video is about. In the first order of business is a quick review of US Vogue for February 2021, featuring VP Kamala Harris on the cover with a pink and green backdrop and a gold lettered title for the magazine. And I assume that the pink and green are in honor of the vice president's membership with the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And there was some talk about the issue. I think a couple of covers were released. This one and another with her in a powder blue, pastel blue colored suit that may or may not have been the first version of the cover for February. And just a little critique on this cover. Personally, I almost would have liked to see the vice president in something just a little bit more flattering for a woman her age, honestly. And sure, the backdrop is okay, but it could have been something just a little more livelier to in honor of the freshness that she and newly inaugurated President Biden will bring to the country. So that's it for now about Vogue. But from the title, you can tell that the second part of this video is to join me in finishing my vision board. I have a prior video where I started my vision board, and in this video, I have the part two of that activity. And my board here, I have it here, is bigger than the last time, which was just this white square that I completed on the prior video. So I have more magazines that I've looked through. I got my scissors and some more glue because I did run out. And if you can see already, I wrote some C backside here, flip over here, in every corner of this poster, so that out of all of my goals, all of my pursuing those goals, on the reverse side, on the other side, always remember that a blank slate can be found somewhere. So that's to remind me to that mistakes happen and what have you, but there is a blank slate somewhere. Okay, and this magazine that I'm cutting out of that I've already tabbed is called or titled Healthy Living. And it features Prince, Muhammad Ali, and a couple other iconic gentlemen on the cover, and the inside details their health life. So just jumping into what I've already tabbed. I went through really fast doing it, so hope I remember what each picture or title, what goal it relates to. And this set I already have tabbed is like a leaf with the vitamins on it. And it's to remind me of my goal to, in general, eat and live healthy. And that may require taking vitamins for some people or prescription pills, um, or self-medicating over the counter, things of that nature. I have an urge to just remind everybody to be mindful, or anybody watching this video to be mindful of um, healthy habits and steering away from unhealthy habits that can tend to develop for those on prescription pills and those who do self-medicate. And the picture I just cut out is of Snooki from off of the Jersey Shore. And that picture is going to remind me to stand alone when needed, if need be. And that is largely credited because of her decision to leave the most recent cast of Jersey Shore, despite what may have been advised to her, no matter what was at stake or in jeopardy by her leaving or staying. This picture of Muhammad Ali with his fist up will remind me to fight for my health, fight for my goals, and strive hard and do my best. Haven't glued any of these newest photos or visuals out yet. Haven't glued them down yet. And here is a photo of a puppy in front of a bed of flowers. And I'm not entirely sure why I chose this picture. Maybe because of its serenity, the sweetness of it. I'm not entirely sure why I tabbed that picture, but I'll cut it out anyway. Make sure it wasn't the back of it that I wanted. Oh. And again, this is Healthy Living January, February of 2017. And the last picture I have tabbed is to remind me of traveling and pursuing that goal. And I initially did have it tabbed for that reason, but I'm going to cut out an extra photo included with the article of the stewardess on the flight. And that's going to remind me of a friend of mine who had pursued becoming a stewardess but lost her life in the process. And that's it for the cutouts from Healthy Living. I should cut out the picture of Prince just to have that because, yes. And that's from the cover. Why not glue some on now? I'm gonna start seeing what this creates. And I have music going in the background. I have for my own listening pleasure. If you can hear it though, let me credit it. And that is Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle's Versus Battle. I'm hearing it for the first time. I used it for auditory pleasure in preparation for our time. And apparently he's the right kind of lover. Just kidding. That's what we just heard. This goal setting puts me in the mind of current events. That's something about goal setting. It makes you more aware of current events. And what I'm remembering is the nation's most current transition of leadership and how it's almost not a deja vu. I hate to use that word, but it's definitely something to watch and see and witness. I have this one picture that I cut out. I don't think I explained why I cut it out. Is this woman kind of drenched in sweat with a towel around her neck, and that's to remind me that pretty girls do sweat too. And that's a time Yes, my camera just fell. And that a time may come when I will have to sweat. There's a saying, never let them see you sweat. Well, hey, I'm real. And if they're looking, they're going to get the real. I don't know what more I can tell you. Sweat is real. Sweat is real, folks. Somebody tried to say otherwise. Also, currently, the country is still addressing the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. And it's been an quite an ordeal in my experience, but not so bad or as worse as it has been for some others. Now, I picked up a couple of other magazines, one being Better Homes and Gardens, sorry, and More, a magazine for women of style and substance. But I haven't tabbed either of them. I've looked through them, but I did not tab them. Now, the question is, which do I prefer to go through and cut out from freestyle? And the answer is, the long answer is, no, the short answer is more. The long answer is, believe it or not, Better Home and Gardens magazine would have quite a few things or visuals that I could cut out that would contribute very well to my vision board. But that would take an attentive eye. So in the meantime, I'll go through more and cut out some things, some visuals. What my board looks like now is obviously a little more fuller. And this is more for June 2012 with Madeline Stowe on the cover. I did remember wanting to cut out this visual from the contents page, and that is of the mint green with gold accent bathing suit, one piece bathing suit on the contents page. And that, the reason why is to remind me of my uniqueness and everyone's uniqueness, really. By it being a one piece is obviously not only one version of it, but one look to it. Digressing just some back to the topic of current events. Following the inauguration and following the coronavirus epidemic, another piece of current event on my radar that is not most current but is still current, and that is the release of President or former President Obama's book. I don't want to get the title wrong. I don't have it in front of me. And speaking of the Obamas, I'm thinking Michelle Obama for president. Has that crossed anyone else's mind? That has been on my mind some. Here we are, almost to the last pages, and that was my one cutout. Now, a toothpaste ad will remind me to do what? Smile. Okay, in order. There's must-haves. Wow, I got to the last page and hadn't cut out very much. The camera and my light have timed out. No worries. Because it looks like I need to take more time with a closer eye, with a magnifying glass to my goals, and in order to find the right visuals that will help me this year. So our homework will be to put a magnifying glass to our goals. Make sure that we have set them clearly and understandably, where we know how to complete them. We know what we see an image and we know what goal we are reminded of, and start that process. Thank you again for visiting my channel. Until next time, just like last time and the time before that, be well.